Hello students, this is Sandeep sir here from Vijay Tutorial, Kengri Satellite Town, Bangalore. Here admission is open for the academic session 2021-22. Currently we are conducting online classes. So if you want admissions, you can contact me at 8050-644-272. Okay, in this video, I am going to explain you one of very important concepts, that is carbon and its compound. See, when we talk about carbon, it is a chemical element like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and it is a versatile non-metal. Okay, we'll see the properties of carbon. When we talk about the atomic number of carbon, it is 6. Okay, electronic configuration 2,4. In the K shell, how many electrons can be there? 2. Second cell, L cell, 4 electrons. So what is the valency of carbon? Valency of carbon is 4. Valency of carbon is 4. Okay, so what happens? It is having 4 valence electron. So to become a stable, it is sharing 4 electrons with other atoms and making 4 bonds. So this tendency of carbon atom to make 4 bonds is called as what? Tetravalency. See, to complete the octet, either carbon can gain 4 electrons or lose 4 electrons. But the carbon, see what happens? If carbon gains 4 electrons, it would be difficult for nucleus to hold 4 extra electrons. Here, as the atomic number is 6, so 2,4. To become stable, if it is gaining 4 electrons, okay, so it becomes what? C4 minus 2,8. Here, if you see, as the atomic number is 6, number of proton is 6, electron is also 6. But here, number of proton will remain fixed. That is 6, but electron is how much? 2 plus 8, 10. Here 6 proton cannot hold these 10 electron. Okay, so if the carbon gains 4 electrons, it would be difficult for the nucleus to hold 4 extra electrons, as carbon atom is very small in size. Similarly, if carbon loses its electron, it would require a large amount of energy to remove 4 electrons. Here atomic number is 6, so 2,4. See, to become stable, it can lose 4 electrons. So it will become C4 plus. See, to remove this 4 electrons, we need ionization energy. Ionization energy is nothing but amount of energy required to remove the valence shell electron. Okay, to remove the valence shell electron, we need energy, that is ionization energy or ionization potential. To remove 1 electron is okay, we can provide the energy. 2 electrons also, 3 electrons is also possible. But to remove 4 electrons, we need a huge amount of energy, which is practically not possible to achieve. Okay, so if carbon loses electrons, it would require a large amount of energy to remove 4 electrons, as the attraction force of nucleus is more in carbon atoms. So thus it is difficult for an atom of carbon to gain or lose 4 electrons. Carbon makes 4 covalent bonds and attains the noble gas configuration by sharing valence electrons. Okay, by sharing valence electrons. By sharing its valence electrons. Am I clear? Okay. Okay, carbon is having 2 very important property. One is the catenation, other is tetravalency. Because of this, carbon forms a large number of compounds. Okay, what is catenation? The self-linking property of carbon atoms to form long straight chain. Okay, branch chain and cyclic chain is called a self-catenation. See here, carbon can form long straight chain. Okay, long straight chain. It can form branch chain. And it can form cyclic chain. This property of carbon atom to form long straight chain, branch chain, and cyclic chain. Okay, this is cyclic chain. This is called as what? Catenation. See, due to the small size of carbon, It has a unique ability to combine with other carbon atoms to form long chains. This ability of carbon is known as what? Catenation. Okay, we can see it can form with chains, octane, decane. Okay. When we talk about occurrence of carbon, okay, so carbon occurs in two forms in nature: free state, that is graphite, diamond, and fluorines. In the combined states, carbon combines with other elements to form compounds such as carbon dioxide, glucose, C6H12O6, okay, sucrose, sugar, C12H22O11, etc. Allotropes of carbon. Allotropes, different forms of an element which have the different physical appearance and properties, but their chemical properties are same, are called as allotropes. So there are three allotropes of carbon. One is diamond, second one is graphite, third one is what? Fluorines. Let's study one by one about the three allotropes of carbon. Diamond is a three-dimensional network of a strong carbon-carbon covalent bonds. Okay, properties: due to the presence of large three-dimensional network of carbon-carbon covalent bonds, diamond is very hard and have high melting points, that is around 4827 degrees Celsius. Okay, as all the four electrons are utilized in making covalent bonds, no free electrons is available for conduct electricity. Therefore, diamond is a bad conductor of electricity. Diamond is a transparent and shines in the presence of light. These are the important properties of diamond. When we talk about the uses of diamond, okay, due to its high hardness, it is used in making cutting and drilling tools. Okay, for cutting glasses. Okay. Due to its brilliant shine, it is used for making jewelry, and diamond is also used in surgical instruments to remove the cataract from the eyes. Second allotropes of carbon is what? Graphite. So graphite, in graphite, each carbon atom is bonded with three carbon atoms to form hexagonal rings like this. Okay, so these hexagonal rings are joined together to form layers. Okay, so one layer is there, and second layer also is there, so they will be joined together. Okay. This is joined together, and these layers containing hexagonal rings are held together by weak van der Waals forces. Due to weak van der Waals forces, these layers can slide over each other. Therefore, graphite can be used as a dry lubricant for machine part. Okay. At high temperatures. When we talk about the properties of graphite, due to its layered structure, graphite is soft and has soapy touch. As the layers are bonded through weak van der Waals forces, it can be act as lubricants. And due to the presence of one free electrons, it is a good conductor of electricity and heat. When we talk about uses of graphite, it is used in lead pencils as it is soft and leaves black mark on the paper. Powdered graphite is used as dry lubricants for machine parts which operate at high temperature where oils cannot be used because graphite is a non-volatile and it is used in making electrodes in the cells. Next, allotrope is what? Fluorines. So fluorines is a closed hollow case in the form of a sphere, tube, ellipsoid, or of many other forms. So structure of fluorine is same as a graphite. It is composed of a sheet of linked hexagonal rings. Each carbon atom is bonded with three other carbon atoms, but they also contain pentagonal or sometimes heptagonal rings that prevent the sheets from being planar. Spherical fluorines are usually called buckyballs, while cylindrical fluorines are called as bucky tubes or nanotubes. C60 carbon 60 is the smallest fluorine molecule that forms the shape of a football. Since it looks like a geodesic dome designed by the US architecture Buckminster Fuller. It was called as Buckminster Fullerenes or Fullerene. So when we talk about the properties of fluorines, fluorines are stable but not totally unreactive. Fluorines are soluble in many solvents like CO2, but insoluble in other, those who have a high bond gap between the excited state or ground state. Fluorines are only known allotrope of carbon that can be dissolved in common solvents at room temperature, like carbon 28, carbon 36. Okay, when we talk about uses of fluorines, it is used in artificial photosynthesis, in cosmetics, in surface coating, drug delivery systems. Am I clear? Okay. So when we talk about compounds of carbon, okay, carbon can form a large number of compounds because of its two unique properties. Okay, what is the first property? One is tetravalency, which we discussed. And second property is what? Catenation. They may ask you, okay, why carbon can form a large number of compounds, or what is the versatile nature of carbon? Okay, because of its two unique properties, which we discussed just now. So compounds of carbon are classified into two types. One is the organic compounds, other is inorganic compounds. When we talk about organic compounds are the compounds made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Generally, okay, so organic compounds contain at least one carbon hydrogen bonds. So example is methane CH4, methanol CH3OH, glucose C6H12O6. Okay, when we talk about inorganic compounds, so inorganic compounds do not have any carbon hydrogen bonds. Okay, example carbon monoxides, carbon dioxides. Okay, now what is hydrocarbons? Okay, compounds made up of carbon and hydrogen only are called as what? Hydrocarbon. Here hydro stands for hydrogen, carbon stands for carbon. So compounds containing hydrogen and carbons are called as hydrocarbons. Okay, and can further be classified into two types. One is saturated, other is unsaturated. When we talk about saturated hydrocarbon, so the saturated hydrocarbons are hydrocarbons in which carbon atoms are linked together by single bonds only. Okay, here only single bonds is there, like a methane. Okay, methane is what? CH4. So there is a single bond between carbon hydrogen. You can see here. Ethane, here also carbon hydrogen single bonds are there. Okay, ethane formula is what? C2H6. This is ethane. All saturated hydrocarbons are known as alkanes. Unsaturated hydrocarbons, the hydrocarbons containing multiple bonds between the two carbon atoms are called as unsaturated hydrocarbons. Unsaturated hydrocarbons can be further classified into two categories. Multiple bond means it may be double bond or it may be triple covalent bonds, like alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes is what? Hydrocarbons having at least one double bond between the two carbon atoms are called as alkenes, like ethene. Ethene formula is what? C2H4. So you can see here carbon carbon double bond is there, as carbon is tetravalent. So carbon can make 4 bonds. With this you see 1, 2, 3, 4. With this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hydrogen we can put here. So this is what? Ethene. As the number of carbon is 2, that's why it is eth is the root word we are using. And for alkenes we are using the suffix ene. When we talk about alkynes, hydrocarbons having at least one triple bond between the two carbon atoms are known as alkynes. Okay, here also same thing. Here suffix we are using is yne. Suffix used is what? Yne. So if you take see, general formula of alkyne is what? Cn H2n minus 2. First member starts from 2. N is equal to 2. You can write C2 H2 into 2 minus 2. So it becomes C2H2. So you can see here carbon, two carbons are there. There is a triple bond between the carbon atoms. Each carbon can make 4 bonds. With this you see 1, 2, 3, 4. With this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. So like this. This is ethyne. What is this? Eth is the root word and yne is the suffix. This is what? Ethyne. Okay. We'll study the namings also. Okay, namings and a structure of a saturated hydrocarbons, that is alkane. So the naming of alkanes is made up of two parts. One is what? A prefix. Okay, first part of the name. Okay, alk, alka, and a suffix, last part of the name, that is ane we are using. As I told you, if the number of carbon atoms is one, prefix we are using is meth. Okay, suffix is what? ane. If two, ether, and suffix is ane. If three is there, prop, and suffix is ane. In all the cases in alkanes, we are using the suffix same ane, but you have to focus here. Okay, prefix. If n is one, meth, two, ether, three, prop, 4 but, 5 pent, 6 hex, 7 hept, 8 oct, 9 non, 10 dec. Okay, here n is the nothing but the number of carbon atoms. For example, you see here in this table, okay, general formula is what? CnH2n plus 2. CnH2n plus 2. So if you put here n is equal to 1 in this formula. Okay, so what will get? The C1H2 into 1 plus 2. That is C1H4. Okay, so that's what this is CH4. Okay, member's name is what? Meth is the root words, An is the suffix, methane. Similarly, if you put n is equal to 2 here, so C2 H2 into 2 plus 2. So 2 to the 4 plus 2, 6. C2H6. So this is what? Ethane. Similarly, n is equal to 3. If you put C3H2 into 3 plus 2. So C3H6 plus 2, 8. So C3H8. This is nothing but propane. Okay, similarly, n is equal to 4. C4H10 butane. N is equal to 5. C5H12. If you substitute in the formula, pentane. N is equal to 6. C6H14 hexane. N is equal to 7. C7H16 heptane. Yes or no? If you put n is equal to 8. Okay, so C8H2 into 8 plus 2. So we can write C8H 8 to the 16 plus 2. How much? 18. Okay. So this is what? Oct. So this is what? Oct is the root words and An is the suffix octane. So when we talk about the structure of alkanes, if the number of carbon atom is 1, okay, it's methane. Okay, so how to draw the structure? You can see here, you can make 4 bonds with carbon atoms, single bond, 1, 2, 3, 4, and substitute 4 hydrogen atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So if the number of atom is 2, okay, so what is the formula? C2H6. This is what? Ethane. So write 2 carbon atoms, put single bond between them. Okay, this is a single bond only, and fulfill the tetravalency. With this carbon you see 1, 2, 3, 4. With this you see 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is nothing but a ethane. Am I clear? Similarly, n is equal to 3. We can write n is equal to 3 is what? C3H2 into 3 plus 2. 2 3 are 6. 6 plus 2, 8. So how we can draw the structure? Write 3 carbon, put single bond between them as it belongs to alkane only. Now fulfill the tetravalency. With this you see 1, 2, 3, 4. With this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. With this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the structure of propane. As 3 carbon is there, so it is a prop, and suffix is what? Ane. So propane. So here you can write in this. This is the expanded form. In the condensed form, this is nothing but 1 carbon 3 hydrogen. So you can write CH3. This 1 carbon 2 hydrogen. So it's what? Single bond CH2. 1 carbon 3 hydrogen. So it's single bond CH3. This propane can also be written as like this. So here you need to practice more. Similarly, n is equal to 4 is what? Butane. So here is the structure: 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon and single bonds. Similarly, you can see the structure of pentane. Similarly, you see the structure of hexane. Okay. Similarly, you see the structure of heptane, 7 carbon. Once again, I am drawing 7 carbon. N is 7 means what? What is the formula? CnH2n plus 2. So substitute here N7. C7H2n means 2 into 7 plus 2. So what we can write? C7H hydrogen is 2 more than twice. Okay, so 7 2 ja 14. 14 plus 2, 16. Okay, how to draw the structure? Write 7 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Substitute a single bond between them. Put circle band. Now fulfill the tetravalency. Each one can make 4 bonds. With this you see 1, 2, 3, 4. With this 1, 2, 3, 4. With this you see 1, 2, 3, 4. With this 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So this and this is called as terminal carbon. So terminal will have what? 3 hydrogen, except others will have 2 hydrogens only. Okay, so if you count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so 16 hydrogens are arranged like this. Okay. Here we talk about what? Straight chain alkanes and branch chain alkanes. So in the straight chain alkanes, there are only single covalent bonds joining carbon atoms to another carbon atoms in a straight line. For example, methane, ethane, propane, butane, heptane. These all are the example of a straight chain. Okay. So here the prefix N is used before each straight chain hydrocarbon. For example, this is suppose 7. How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are writing this as what? Normal heptane. Normal heptane. Okay. So prefix N is used before each straight chain hydrocarbon. For example, normal hexane, normal heptane, normal octane, normal nonane. Okay. Similarly, we have to know about the branch chain alkanes. Okay. So branch chain alkanes are derived from the straight chain alkanes systems by removing one of the hydrogen atoms from the methylene group. Okay. Atoms forms a methylene group and replacing it with a alkyl groups. Okay, for example, if you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the 4th carbon, what happens? One hydrogen is removed and CH3 is added. Similarly, in the 3rd carbon, one hydrogen is removed and CH3 is added. Okay, so here want to write the structure. This is what CH3. This is what CCH3. Okay, then H is there here. Then H and CH3 here. H and CH3 here. Okay, so okay, I'm just showing you for C4H10. See, we can write this 4 carbon in a straight chain. So one bond is there means 3 hydrogen needed. 1, 2 bond means 2 hydrogen. 1, 2 bond means 2 hydrogen. Here 3 hydrogen. You can write and branch chain like this: 1, 2, 3 in a long straight chain, 1 in a branch. So here what a single bond is there means 3 hydrogen. Single bond is there means 3 hydrogen. Single bond is there means 3 hydrogen. Here 1, 2, 3. So 1 hydrogen. So this is 1, 2, 3. You can name this as what a 2-methyl. 2-methyl. There are 3 carbon chains. Long chain is what? 3. So it is what a propane. Also called as what? Isobutane. Isobutane. Okay. So straight chains joining all the carbon atoms is called the parent chain. So this is the parent chain, and the branches of branch chain alkanes are called as substitute groups. This is what? Substitute groups. Okay. So here some naming rules are there. Okay. So longest chain rule is there. If you want to name, for naming the branch chain alkanes, we have to follow certain rules like longest chain rule. Select the longest possible chain containing carbon atoms. This will give you the this will give you the parent name of the alkanes. For example, if you see CH2. See, if you name from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 carbon we are getting. Okay, long chain is 5. But if you name from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we should move in such a way that longest chain is selected. This is wrong. Okay, so what will be the name of this? 3rd carbon is containing methyl group. So we can write a 3-methyl. All are single bond, and 6 carbon is there means hexane. Second is what? A numbering of chain. Numbering of chain is done with from the end from which the substituent is closer. Okay, so you can name here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we are getting 3 methyl, but if you name from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 4 methyl. So we should name with 3 methyl only, because numbering of chain is done from the end from which the substituent is closer. It should get the least number. So if there are substituents that are same number of carbons in from either end, start the numbering from the end nearest the next substituent, and the carbon number where the substituent group is attached appear in the name of the compound. Next, naming of substituent groups important. The hydrocarbon groups attached to the parent chain are called alkyl groups, such as methyl, ethyl, propyl. So name the substituent as alkyl group based on the number of carbons in the chain. Place the name of the branch substituent preceded by a number indicating the carbon of the parent chain. Parent chain carbon to which it joins. Okay. For example, if you want to name CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So you can see here now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 carbon. If you name from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 chain only 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the longest chain. But if you name from here, this is the we came to know this is the longest chain. Okay, someone can name from this side also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if he is naming from this side means we are getting 4 methyl. But if you name from this side, we are getting 3 methyl. So you should write a 3 methyl hexane. Am I clear? So name of the compound. The name of the parent chains alkanes is made up of 2 parts. One is the root word. Okay, prefix depends upon the number of carbon atoms in the parent chain, and suffix depend upon the hydrocarbon. Okay, all single bonds are there means we'll use what? Ane is the suffix. If double bond is there, we'll use ene suffix. If triple bond is there, we'll use a yne as a suffix. Now, to name the compound, place the number of substituents in the parenthesis preceded by a number indicating the carbon of the carbon to which it joins. Suppose I want to name this CH3, CH, CH3, CH, double bond, CH2. Okay, so here you have to 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon chain is there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this double bond containing a carbon should get the least number also. So this is what first you name the substituent. The third carbon we have methyl group. So 3 methyl, then but, and double bond is between 1 and 2nd carbon. So we write but 1 in. Okay. Naming and a structure of unsaturated hydrocarbons. Alkenes. Alkenes are hydrocarbons in which at least one double bond is there. Okay, the name of the alkenes is made up of 2 parts. One is what? Prefix, that is the alka, alk, we are using like meth, ether. Okay, and suffix is what? ene. So we can see here same thing. As the number of carbon atom is 1, so we are using the root words meth, suffix ene. If number of carbon atom is 2, so ether, ene is the suffix. For 3, prop, ene. 4, but, ene. Okay, so suppose what is the general formula? CnH2n is the general formula. See, if you put n is equal to 1, now we will get a C1H2 into 1, that is CH2. Now if you see whether it is possible or not. Okay, carbon is having 4 bonds, 4 valence electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hydrogen is having 1 valence electron. You can see 1 valence electron. See, hydrogen can share 1 electron, become a stable. Okay, but what about carbon? Carbon is having 4 valence electron only. So if it takes 1 from here 5 and 1 from here 6, so carbon is not able to become a stable. So first member of this alkene does not exist. Now substitute n is equal to 2. We'll get a C2H2n is there, means H2 into 2, that is C2H4. Okay, so how we can show the structure and bonding? Okay, carbon, carbon, 2 carbons are there here, 1 2, okay, 3 4. Similarly you can write 1 2 3 4. This is a valence electron of carbon. What about the hydrogen? It is having one valence electron, so you just write here 1 electrons. Now hydrogen to become a stable, it needs 1 electrons. You will see here 1 electrons. Okay, what about the carbon? Carbon is having 4, so it will take 1 from here 5, 1 from here 6, okay, and 2 from here. When we talk about this carbon, it will take 1 from here 5, 1 from here 6, and 2 from here. So you can clearly see between carbon two pair of electron is here. That's why it is double bond here. Between carbon hydrogen, single pair is here. So single bond here, also single bond. Okay, this side also single bond, this side also single bond. So this is the structure of water, ethene. Similarly, if you see n is equal to 3, you put this, will get C3H6. The formula. What is the formula? CnH2n. So ethene, C2H4. C3H6 is what? Propene. N is equal to 4. C4H8, that is what? Butene. So suppose I am drawing here n is equal to 4. The structure is what? Formula is C4H8. How to draw? First you write 4 carbon, 1 2 3 4. Put single bond between them. Anywhere you can put the double bond between any 2 carbon atoms. Here I am putting, and you have to fulfill the tetravalency. You can see here with this carbon 1 2 3 4. 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 So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. This is the nothing but but is the root words and en is the suffix. This is a butene. Like that we can draw for others. Now when we talk about the naming of alkynes, so alkynes are the hydrocarbons with at least one triple bond. The name of alkynes is made up of 2 parts. One is what? A prefix, the first part of the name, okay, alkane, and the suffix, that is the last part of the name. Okay, we are using YNE. YNE is the suffix used. Okay, same thing if based on the number of carbon atoms, 1 is there, we will use meth, suffix is wine, 2 ether wine, 3 buta wine. Okay, similarly we can just, this is similar to the alkane alkenes. The general formula of alkene is what? CnH2n minus 2. What is the general formula? CnH2n minus 2. Okay, so if you put n is equal to 1, okay, so you'll get C1 H2 into 1 minus 2. That is what? C1 H0. So first member of alkyne does not exist. So you just start from second member. Put n is equal to 2 here. You will get C2 H2 into 2 minus 2. That is a C2 H2 to 4. 4 minus 2 is what? 2. C2 H2. So see the bonding first. How is the structure? Triple bond is there between carbon atoms, and between carbon hydrogen single bonds is there. If I show you the bonding here, you see, okay, here between carbon atom, 3 pair of electron is here. See, carbon is tetravalent, na? So you write 3 and 1, 4 electrons you write for this 1 2 3 and 4 electrons. Hydrogen 1 valence electron, hydrogen 1 valence electron. Hydrogen to become stable, it will share 1 electron. What about carbon? Carbon will take 1 from here. Okay, so 4 plus 1 5 and 3 from here. Similarly, this carbon, it will take 1 from here and 3 from here. So you can see here between carbon 3 pair of electron is here single bond, single bond. Okay, this is n is equal to 2 means what? Ether, and suffix we are using is what? Wine. Okay, so it is what? Ethyne. Okay, ethyne. Similarly, n is equal to 3. We'll write a C3H4. Okay, formula, if you put in the formula Cn H2n minus 2. So C3 H2 into 3 minus 2. 2 3 are 6. 6 minus 2 is what? 4. Okay, so this is the structure of propane. N is equal to 4. You will get C4H6. So I'm trying for C4H6 also. C4H6. So how to draw? First you write 4 carbon. Put single bond between them. Between any 2 carbons, you can put a triple bond. Here I'm putting. Okay, with this you see 1 2 3 4 bond. With this 1 2 3 4. Here we cannot make. Okay, with this 1 2 3 4. With this carbon 1 2 3 4. You have to fulfill the tetravalency. 1 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen, 4 hydrogen, 5 hydrogen, 6 hydrogen. C4H6 is nothing but a buta, for n is equal to 4, and the suffix is what? Ine. So this is what a butane. Similarly, we can draw the structure of other alkynes. Next, we talk about isomers of different alkanes. Okay. So when we talk about isomers are nothing but these are the compounds having the same molecular formula but different structures. Okay, isomers are the compounds having same molecular formula but different structures. So when we talk about isomers of methane, it is not possible. Okay, there is no isomers. For ethane, there is no isomers. You can see here. For propane, see, with one carbon isomers is not possible. Two carbon also with isomers is not possible. With three carbons, okay, three carbon also we cannot write the isomers. Okay, when you write here like this, okay, so this is 1, 2, 3. Numberings will same. 1, 2, 3. This is also 1, 2, 3. Okay, isomers start from n is equal to 4 carbon. So see here, when n is equal to 4, so what is the number? C4H10. Alkane I am talking about, isomers of alkane. So we can write 4 like this, C4H10 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen. So what we have named, this is normal butane. Okay, we can write like this also, 3 in a straight chain, 1 in a branched. So C3, CH3, also CH3, 1, 2, 3, so 1 hydrogen. So what is this? Just now we named. This is what? 2-methyl. IUPAC name is what? 2-methyl propane. If you count the number of carbon atoms, C4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 hydrogen. So 4 carbon, hydrogen 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. There also 4 carbon and 10 hydrogens are there. So they are called as what? Isomers of butane. Isomers of butane. Similarly, if you draw the isomers of pentane, n is equal to 5. So we can write C5H, 5 to the 10, 10 plus 2, 12. So this is a pentane. We can write one normal pentane, CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what normal pentane. Other we can write 4 in a straight chain, 1 in a branched. Okay, branching is here. So 1 bond is there means 3 hydrogen. Here 2 bond is there means 2 hydrogen. Because you have to fulfill the tetravalency. With this you see 1, 2, 3, so 1 hydrogen. With this 1 bond is there means 3 hydrogen. With this you see 1 bond is there means 3 hydrogen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this? 2-methyl butane. 2-methyl butane. Because longest chain is what? 4. That's why it is butane. This is also called as what? Isopentane. Isopentane. The rule is there. If the second carbon contains methyl group, this is called as iso. Okay, and count the total carbon. Total carbon is what? 5. So this is what? Isopentane. Okay, one more we can write 3 in a straight chain and 2 in a branch like this. So this see 1 bond is there means 3 hydrogen, single bond is there means 3 hydrogen, 1 bond is there means 3 hydrogen, here also 1 bond is there means 3 hydrogen. This is also C5H12 only. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon is there. And what about hydrogen? 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 3, 12. Okay, when we name this 1, 2, 3. Second carbon you can see methyl group is there. So 2 dimethyl will name. Okay, if 2 same group is there, we will use the di. 3 same group is there, we will use a tri. So 2 dimethyl, longest chain is 3. So it is what? Propane. This is also C. If the second carbon contains 2 methyl group, it is called as neo group. So neopentane. This is also called as neopentane. Okay. So here structure on isomers of pentane is there. That is normal pentane, 2-methyl butane, and 2,2-dimethyl propane. Similarly, hexanes isomers are there. Normal hexanes, 2-methyl pentane, 3-methyl pentane, 2,2-dimethyl butane, 2,2-dimethyl 2,3-dimethyl butane, and 2,2-dimethyl butanes. These are the isomers of hexane. They may ask you. Okay, when we talk about the isomers of alkenes are also possible. Okay, ethene no isomers, propene no isomers. Similar, minimum carbon should be what? 4. C4H8 isomers is possible. Okay, so this is but1 in, but2 in, 2-methyl C. if you can see a double bond is there between, okay, there are only two bond is there, right? Just two bond is there, one bond, okay, 1 2 3 4, the double bond is here, single bond, so here two hydrogen, 1 2 3 4, this 1 2 3 4, this 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5, yes, 6 7, okay, 1 carbon 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, this is what C4H8. So here you can see double bond is between one carbon and two carbons. It's what but-1-ene. What is a but-1-ene? Okay, if a double bond is there here, okay, 1 2 3 4 between second carbon and third carbon. So what we can write here, but-2-ene. So this is one bond is there, means 3 hydrogen here. Okay, here with this 1 2 3 1 hydrogen, with this 1 2 3 1 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen. This is what but-2-ene, because double bond is between the second carbon and the third carbon. That's why it is what but-2-ene. Okay. So similarly, you can write one more structure like this: CH2 double bond C, CH, CH3. Okay, so this is what 2-methyl. Okay, when you name this 1 2 3, so second carbon contains methyl group. So 2-methyl prop-1-ene. Prop-1-ene. Am I clear? So in the next video, I am going to explain the remaining part of this session. So if you like this video, please share with your friends, and please like and subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you.